Hello and welcome to Lino. Today I will be teaching you how to create and use Lino for your classroom. So as educators, it is important to find a medium that enhances typical lectures by going digital. Through this transition, teachers must find ways to enhance learning and promote an engaged community of students. In order to gauge students' learning and engagement, teachers must be able to check for understanding and communicate with their students beyond traditional lecture. Using the multimedia platform Lino, teachers and students can share opinions and ideas, brainstorm independently or in groups, provide feedback, and host discussions with resources. Lino provides users with a collaborative interactive board, such as this in front of you, where you can share videos, link documents, and text comments can be viewed and shared. And Lino can be accessed on all devices, smart devices, and desktop computers and laptops, Mac or PC. So, in my green sticky, our goal for today is to discover the basics of Lino and to learn how to create an engaging, interactive lesson utilizing all the available options and tools Lino provides for its users. So it seems kind of complicated, but I assure you it's very easy. So on my pink sticky, you can see there are lesson objectives. Given a Google Forms questionnaire, which is linked in my Canvas, participants will be able to demonstrate their understanding of Lino and its uses with 100% accuracy. Also, using the Web 2.0 tool Lino, participants will be able to create an engaging and interactive lesson for their students. So, as I'm teaching you how to use Lino, I highly encourage you to work with me and create your Lino at the same time. Our learning outcomes for today. Participants will create an engaging and interactive lesson utilizing all the available options. So, I'm going to give you a moment to please go to linoit.com. Once you've gotten onto lino.com, you will come up to a home screen, which I'm going to log out of mine and show you what you will see. So once you go to linoit.com, this will come up. You may make a username or password, or you can log in via Twitter, Facebook, or Google. I have a Google account, so I signed in with Google. But if you need to create a username because you don't have any of these three options, that's great. Sign up. It's asking you for your username, password, email address, language, and if you accept the terms and if you're a robot. You can also sign up via Twitter, Facebook, and Google. I'm going to go back to my login and click on Google because that is how I created mine. So once you have created your account or logged in through Twitter, Facebook, or Google, you will come up to a screen like this. Now, before you do, you will have the opportunity to create your title, which is your username, and change your icon. This can also be found in Preferences if you would like to change your profile. So back to my page. As you can see here, we have multiple options. We have our home page, which is what you see in front of you, My Canvases, which are the canvases that are displayed up here, your groups, so groups you make, favorites, if you favorite one of your own canvases, a public canvas, or one of your groups, it'll show up in the favorites, tasks, this is also seen here, and it is assignments you may have coming up. to remind you. And trash, if you delete a canvas or group, it'll show up in your trash. So if we scroll down through the main page, we see our canvases. We have ones that are already made, and we can create a new canvas. When you make a new account, 3 canvases will come up. I have changed 2 of them to suit my needs, but they also have a main, and I suggest everyone go to this main page and look at what they provide you. They tell you how to use Lino, how to get around the canvas, and this can be done if you have a trackpad on a laptop, whether it's a PC or Mac. You can use 2 fingers as if you were scrolling up and down and move around the page using the trackpad. Or you can, if you're using a trackpad or a regular mouse, click and hold and move around the board, or click and drag. You also have this little icon down here, which shows you your canvas and allows you to click on the rectangle, drag it around, and move it to where you would like it to go. Within this main canvas, they provide you with some links on how to use Lino and some useful tips. I'm going to go over the useful tips, but you can also look at the ones they provide. As you can see here, we have another dock. These are our main options. The home button is to go back to your page, which is the main page that we have. So after going through canvases, we have our tasks, which show due dates. Looking through this, today we're creating a new canvas. Tomorrow there's no tasks, past there's no tasks, but I do have a future task coming up, and that I will show you later. So go back to my page, either over here under your username or up here, and we're back to the beginning. We have our updated canvases, so this just shows you when you last visited each page, showing the most recent on top. Scrolling down even further, you see the users, so if you created a page and are sharing it with others, you will be able to see which users are on here. You also have public canvases. You can see other people's canvases they have made if they've made them public. So we have someone's class, their English class down here. And you also have your recently seen canvases. So if you look through the public and you found something you really liked, but you forgot to save it, you will have it under your recently seen. So scrolling back up, and going back to my original Lino page, which I had shown you, going to click and drag, and talk about what we're going to learn today. So we will begin by learning how to create a canvas and a group, add and create stickies, and creating stickies with pictures, documents, and videos. So using my main Lino page, I'm going to click the home button, and I'm going to create a new canvas. Once you click create a new canvas, you can start editing. So the name of my canvas, I am thinking for an English project in high school, learning Lord of the Flies. I'm going to have each group take a various parts of Lord of the Flies, and I'm going to do characters. So I'm going to do Lord of the Flies. Characters. As you can see here, these are the canvas background options. You have the Lino ones, you have solid colors, and you can also upload your own image. I'm choosing green, and it's selected here. These options down here are very important. Access to canvas. So who can see it? The first option is for my own private use, so no one else can see this. So if you're working on a solo project, or you're using Lino just to organize your own thoughts, I would suggest choosing this. You can show your stickies to everyone, but other people may not post stickies. So this may be if you're using Lino for a presentation where people can view your canvas but can't add anything. You also have the option where everyone can post stickies, so this is great for group projects and for classrooms. You can post and everyone can post and share. Down here, we have the options to show this canvas on the deck, which was that main home screen, create a sticky via email, so allowing users to, if they're at home and going through their phone and they see a picture that would be great for their canvas, adding a sticky through email and not having to actually log in on Lino. So I'm creating my canvas. Here's my green background and my title. So to begin, we're going to start simple and show you how to post a sticky. So you have 4 color options. All you have to do is click on one, drag and drop it wherever you would like it. Once you drag and drop, you are able to add and edit. So mine is going to say, welcome. Below the typing box, you can add a tag, hashtag, and students love to add the hashtag, so I have hashtag Lord of the Flies. You can change the font size, you can change the color, you can also add an icon, which is basically an emoji, and due date. This is very important. If you're using Lino as a graphic organizer for an assignment, I suggest adding your due date. So this project's going to be due on the 16th. You can choose to make this post-it private. Maybe if you are in the middle of still editing what you want to write down, you don't want your group members to see it yet, you can hit private. You can also change the color of your sticky. Once you have gone through everything, you can hit post. If you would like to make your post-it a little bit bigger, in the bottom right-hand corner, you can pull it to make it bigger or push it in to make it shorter. We also have our due date on the post-it and our hashtag. These 5 icons down here are very important. The first is editing tool. Basically, if you click on it, it brings you back to the original editing screen. Hit save. The second is adding a due date. So if you didn't add the due date originally, you can go back and add your due date this way on the calendar or change it. The middle icon allows you to send the sticky via email. So if you would like to email it or send it to another user using Lino, you can send it this way. The other option, the down arrow, is to copy your sticky to another canvas. So if it's a class and you want to remind each other when the due date is, you can create your sticky and send it to another canvas of another group in the class. Lastly, this check mark is the peel off. This deletes your sticky. Now, if you have a sticky that you definitely do not want someone to by accidentally delete, you can, going in the middle top, pin it. And it has notified you're pinned, and now there's no check mark, so no one can delete it by accident. So I'm going to add another one. And just say hi. Again, you have the tags, change the font color, add the icon, due date, and I'm posting it. To move this one, because I can't move this one if I pin it, but you can also unpin it, I can click on it and drag it and move it wherever I would like. In the top right corner, you can shift it so that it can go upside down, sideways, however you want it. This picture icon allows you to add pictures to your canvas. So if I click on this, you can either drag the photo into the box or choose a file. I'm choosing a file that I already have downloaded onto my computer. And it's just a smiley face. But if you had a picture of the cover of the book or images from the movie, you can do that as well. So it shows you here, tells you the size, you can change the size. If you would like the photo to be normal, have a shadow. But the most important part, I believe, is clicking frame. This allows you to add a comment. So if it was the cover of the book, you can add cover. Add your tags, change your font and color, add the due date. You can also make it private. So I'm posting it. So now it's covering my other one, so I can move it over here. And remember, we have this tool right down here to be able to drag and move it if we add the post-it somewhere far away. So now we've successfully added a photo. Again, you have the same editing options, adding due dates, sending via email, send to another canvas, deleting it, making it bigger or smaller, shifting where it belongs, and also pinning it. Next, we have the camera roll. You can add videos. It also tells you that you can only add videos via YouTube or Vimeo. So I have a Lord of the Flies video that I'm copying, and I'm able to paste. Again, you can make this private or not. And I am posting it, and my video is successful. And I can move it again wherever I would like. Next, we have attachments. This is where you can add documents. So if I click on this, I can choose the file I would like, add comments, and again, the same options I have down here. So choosing a file, I am going to choose a file that I already have made. So maybe it's a document the students have been working on. I can post it and add it and move it wherever I would like. Next, we have these post-its that look translucent. These are actually translucent post-its. Now with these ones, if you cover, you're blocking. With the translucent post-its, you can place them wherever you want, over whatever you want, and you can still see through them. So these are great for having discussions and conversations, and maybe commenting on work someone else has done. So say someone added that video and I really like it, I can say, great video, add icon, change the font and color, post. And I can drag it and add it wherever I would like. Ooh, it's too translucent. And move it over the video. Again, you have the option to edit and to send via to another canvas or delete. So these are our main options over here. You also have, obviously, back to the home screen. This is for information. This can be used to share the URL, link, and embed Lino. And also go back to your preferences. The questions is if you need help with the actual program itself. And this is to log out. Also down here you have if you have multiple canvases you're working on, they'll show all of your canvases. So going back to my home screen, I can now see in my dock for canvases, Lord of the Flies is right here. I have created another canvas that may give you some ideas for your own classroom. So I was thinking for a 4th grade class learning about the American Revolution, creating groups to teach each other about the American Revolution. So my group had the American Revolution causes, and this is what they have been working on. So we have a post-it reminding the group that the project is due March 30th, and it's even linked in our tasks. We have a little conversation going on here. Someone used a hashtag. We have a picture that we didn't add a text to it, so maybe we can add that now. So I can click on the picture, edit, and frame. Add my text and save it. Also have a description. We also have 2 translucent stickies adding comments saying great work so far and them thanking them back. Dragging over, we have a linked document, which is their final research paper. So it says here that they're using Lino as a graphic organizer to eventually create this final document, which they've linked. Moving over, we have their video linked, as well as a comment on the video. So this is just one way it can be used as a graphic organizer for a project, just like the Lord of the Flies one. This one I already had made just to show you. And again, you can add your own stickies. You can add the pictures, videos, documents, and translucent stickies for an easier way to see comments. Okay, going back to my home screen. We have all of our canvases here, and tasks. Remember the tasks? We have the March 16th one, which is the welcome one I made with the new canvas. We also have the March 30th. This was the project for the American Revolution. Going back to my page, this is groups. As teachers, this can be very useful to organize all of your students' canvases. So I have a group already made. It also comes with a canvas. I can add canvases. So if this group maybe is for the Revolutionary project, I can make a group. So it provides you with the tasks, updated stickies. So this shows you when someone commented and who commented. It also allows you to invite members, who your members are, and a little about. This shows you your group canvases again, the members. This is basically up here, what's written down here. So going back to my page and my groups, I'm going to click on more. And I can create a new group. So my new group is going to be American Revolution projects. Description, projects. Allows me to change the icon, and membership. This is very important. Who can see these groups and canvases? So anyone. Approval is required by the administrator. So if you are making the group, you are the administrator, and you have to approve if someone would like to join in. By invitation only. And this is if you, the administrator, want to be the one to send your invitations. I like this option, and I'm going to create my group. Invitees, this is where you either put the username, so if you have a list of your students' usernames, it's great to add them in here, or you can also add emails as well. So I'm going to add my own email. The name, and a message. So once I fill this out, I can hit invite, and I invited my new member. It also allows you to invite more. So going back to my group page, American Revolution projects, I can start having students make their own. So this can be the battles. And again, we have the details. Create a sticky via email if you would like your groups to add stickies via email. Notify you when someone has posted a sticky. This is great for group communication. Show the canvas on deck. You always would love to do that. And include stickies with due dates on my calendar. This is also great. Create your canvas. So we have our American Revolution canvas, which could be the main teacher to posting helpful links and tools. And everyone's individual group projects can be posted on here. So going back to the home page, as you can see, my group has been added. And within tasks, if I added a due date within this group, it will show up in my tasks. So going back to my Lino, I'd like to thank you for your time, and I would love for you to send me your final canvases you've made with me. This again can be done using the I and sending the links. Also, if you are an administrator of your own Lino, you can add my username, which is up here, BMSTEIN, and send a request to me. So down here I have added a document, which is the rubric for your Linos that you've created. And I'm going to open the document. So I have a category for the layout, how the canvas is laid out. Navigation, if your videos are labeled, your pictures are labeled, if it's easy to navigate and figure out which sticky is where. Interest, so if it's interesting, if it's an interesting topic, if you have it displayed interesting, and learning of material. How does it help students learn? With my project for American Revolution and for the Lord of the Flies, it was a collaboration project where students are using it as a graphic organizer to eventually make a final project or presentation. So going back to my Lino, I also recommend sharing it through email as well. So again, if I can make my Lino public, so if you search for my username, you can find this Lino, Lino public, and you can add translucent comments asking questions, and dragging it wherever you have a question and asking me a question, and have a conversation. You can also add a sticky with the link to your Lino as well. That's another way to share it with me. So going back home, again, I'll make my Lino public. You can also search for my username, search for my actual canvas, and ask questions and share your own Linos using the, if I can go back, the I, and copying the link or URL into the sticky. So again, thank you for your time, and I hope you learned a lot.